Hey, Pikmin everybody! Cthulhuigi here. Guess who just figured out how to use basic emulator settings to make this game actually look good? Sorry about that, whole 2 full playthroughs where I could clearly tell the text was messed up and intended to be some other way. I forgot that it shouldn't look like that. Okay, treasured ship parts, oh, obviously. That's the big draw of the randomizer as far as I'm concerned. That sounds fun. Oh. You know what? I want to milk a little more content out of this series, so I think I'll stick with like a vanilla Pikmin 1 style randomizer and then start going increasingly crazy. I don't want open progression per se. Random music sounds good. Yeah, definitely purples and whites. Don't really want any of the challenge settings. Okay, that sounds like a good way to test things out. So I'm assuming this cutscene won't change. But yeah, Switch 2 is out. Switch 2 is really cool. I was excited about it. I wasn't like really sure how much of an upgrade it was gonna be, and Mario Kart World's a lot of fun, and I was excited for it. But like Bonanza's really the big ticket item for me, so I wasn't sure how big of a deal that was gonna be. But like, I'm genuinely impressed with how much better the performance is, how much better Switch 1 games run on it, even the ones that don't have like specific upgrades. And just like ergonomically, the console itself and the Pro controller are great. So, shocking to my audience, I'm sure. Big 2 thumbs up for me. If you can afford it, then I think it's a pretty good investment right now. And it's just going to get better as epic games come out. Oh my god, this looks so much better with the 1080p enabled. I mean, the textures also look really weird compared to that. There's probably stuff I could be doing to make it look even better, but this is still like... Oh, the text is legible. What a world. Isn't this the normal music? I thought I randomized. Maybe it's special day 1 stuff. Because I don't think this really counts as like the... Well, it must sort of count as the normal map for a landing site or impact site. Oh, if I got blues, I can go get the clam claps on day 1. I'm pretty sure the way it works is whenever you get the first ship part, no matter what it is, the day ends. That's cute that even the... Or wait, no, the color isn't modified to change special. It's Okay, so the pellet posies get randomized. That was almost pretty bad. So how does this candy... I guess it just changes any color to any other color. Well, obviously I want purples ASAP, but I'll at least try to get the regular impact site. That's interesting about the pellet posies. I guess they probably are intelligently doing it in a way that it's always going to be possible, because like that one blue pellet is enough to get me 3 for the dwarf bulb orb, and from there I should be in shape. Now, I don't remember how much the shear grubs give off the top of my head. I wonder if that's exactly 10. Or there's probably more pellets somewhere. Hey! I squish this guy. Oh, that's one way to incapacitate him. Four pellet, or 4 Pikmin, that's more than I would have thought from a sheer grub. Okay, so I think you can get more through the randomization, which I mean makes sense. Okay, now that I have this many, I'm gonna be funny about it. I probably should have just been brave and done that ASAP. Oh my god, that text is actually legible. Oh, interesting. I guess it makes sense they should have a cutscene. You love to see it. See, other than that, I think I alluded to this in at least one part description. Thankfully I was able to record enough in that last big session that it didn't slow down the release at all, but I did have to edit a couple parts because of interruptions, and Vegas, I'm sure that's good for some specific type of editing. It made my computer fans go, like, to a disturbingly high volume, and took like 3 hours to incompletely render like a 45-minute part I stitched together, so I just ended up going back to Shotcut, the freeware I was using. I think that stitching 2 otherwise unedited video parts together is probably just not the optimal use case for Vegas, but I must have some settings messed up or something. But for the fans of my higher effort edited videos, I suppose that's bad news, because I'm definitely not going to be making any more of those until I get good editing software that works the way I want it to. Though I suppose those weren't really coming out on a fast timeline regardless. I'll give you all the Pikmin content you could want. Well, probably not. I could pretty easily imagine someone wanting more Pikmin content than this. That's crazy how, like, the Louie's Quest version just totally smoothed out this explicit ledge. Truly maddening. Alright, you still can't get back there just with blues because you need the bomb rocks to spawn. And that means you need yellows as well, but regardless, I should be fine getting that duct tape engine. Yeah, definitely excited to get to Forest of Hope with a little more stuff in the first place to get randomized. Is there a doodlebug here normally on day 1? Or not a doodlebug, a Quint beetle. I guess not. That was actually easier to carry than the engine. I think technically it would be slightly faster if I replaced that purple. Oh, it would definitely be slightly faster if I got some whites to help out. Let's do that while we're waiting. Once again, I get there right when the color I want is there, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to throw it and have it change mid-air. So I assume there's no limit to that, which is pretty cool. And I assume as I unlock the other Pikmin colors, it'll also work for them. Huh? Disturbance in the timeline? Yep. Oh, those will be helpful. Oh yeah, I guess the combination of the treasured parts and random order meant that wasn't necessarily the engine. I didn't even notice the randomized Olimar color. Rare green Olimar. Yep, and they just jump in the ship like in Pikmin 2. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah, so I guess I'll do like, I don't know, 3 days at a time. I think was given a pretty good part length. I would assume this playthrough is gonna go a bit quicker, unless I get really crazy randomization luck. I wonder what the default settings on that are, like, is the fact that there's one smoky prog. Like, is it taking all of the enemies and plants and stuff and shuffling them? Or is it just randomly picking what any given asset is? I don't think it's possible to tell from what I've seen so far, but I hope there aren't too many progs is really the overall sentiment I'm trying to get across. Ooh. There's that random music. It's kind of a bop. Big ball board, baby. To make it easier to stomp? Yep. You know what, I'm shameless. This is supposed to be the easy run. I don't mind just giving myself Pikmin 2 perks. That's the loyalty program I've come up with. That's a good discovery. I assume these are unnerfed purples. I mean, it's the Pikmin 2 engine. I don't really think there's any reason they would mess with that. Could you? There we go. Ah, it already pays off. Alright, let's get these guys working on the gate. I wonder how well purple Pikmin do against the smoky prog, actually. I guess I might get an opportunity to find out. Wait, is that a chrome? No, that's a red bug hole. I was like, is it really putting Pikmin 2 enemies in here? But yeah, I could see purples being particularly good on smoky progs because they're purples and they're particularly good on everything. Or the homing, like, causing them to crash into the part what kills you. So I don't think I really need to worry about... Ah! Did I lose a Pikmin there? I thought I heard a Pikmin death sound, but I didn't see a ghost. But yeah, I think the Snagrit's the only enemy in this level that has a treasure in it, and I'm assuming that property is preserved between randomized entities. Why did that... Oh, it's just whenever a new Pikmin comes. Yeah, so there's no reason to worry about who's carrying it. I was like thinking a lot about the logistics of which Pikmin type should be carrying it, because last time I had purple Pikmin carry anything was in Pikmin 4, where they have their own onion. And that was confusing for some reason. Yeah, I think I'm in decent shape. Oh, the wall pulls that are normally out there got randomized into big pellet posies. That's kind of cool. Those are apparently always red. That's a little less fortunate. Is that how they always are, or is that like a side effect of the... I can't tell if they're randomized to be bigger, because like the 20 posies are obviously pretty big in the first place. But I know I set the enemy size randomization, and I assume the pellet posies are coded like an enemy. Anyway, 10 Pikmin's 10 Pikmin. Oh! That might have been part of what was happening. Oh, do those just all like start out probably spawning on the same point and then they immediately like... Yeah, the wall pulls probably start off with like the exact same spawn location and then just push themselves away from each other right away. And that's why that's happened, but that's kind of crazy. But yeah, 10 Pikmin at a time, honestly, probably not worth it. I don't think I'm gonna be hurting for Pikmin numbers based on how this has gone so far, but let's get some treasures going. Is the onion in the same spot? Okay, well there's my reds. Actually, if I have my reds, I think the process of pulling those out of the water and then giving them to the reds might be a little slow for a single day. Let's, okay, that's probably the Snagrit, the blowhog. Okay, I am actually familiar with that. Oh no! Got him. Alright, that'll be good food for the reds. I think I'm gonna try to get my red numbers up, and if I do anything funny with the big pellets, then great. But yeah, my idea is, even though I'm not going to have 20 reds right away, I think once I have the red onion, the purples will randomly sometimes try to carry that to the red onion. Oh! I'm beginning to think that the treasured ship parts is going to result in some clipping errors. Just a theory I'm working on. That's a shame. Yeah, I always have a gut reaction of, oh no, to... Okay, I'm gonna try that one. Let's get that red on you. Ah! Okay, also, the fact that those are so small is, like, just throwing me off of, like, my Wally Hop radar is not calibrated for ones of that size. Alright, I'm gonna probably have to kill that Mamuda to, do my funny purple carrying the pellet strategy. Okay, yes, okay, good, you can skip those. How did the Mamudas add less health than that? Maybe that's a Pikmin 2 difference. Let's see, and I can have him take the sheer grubs over here. Actually, I wonder if the number of Pikmin you get from the enemies is, like, affected by their size. Alright, perfect. And I think that pathfinding is working. Yes. It's kind of cool just having the white and purple Pikmin in, these levels. No purples in that squad. I am really fighting my previously mentioned gamer brain to not be like, oh, I get that this isn't really optimal. It is a weird scenario that I wouldn't get to experience in the base game that I am having fun with. I do not feel bad about spending a lot of time on those 20 pellets. Here comes the first one. Ah, hey! I wish one of the changes was a big whistle from later Pikmin games. Okay, and I think if the reds are already in the lead, it'll always have the purple help. Actually, I don't know how it calculates. I think I just never really did that. Okay. I think I gotta stop messing with it because I'm probably hitting the point where it's not gonna get there in time. I guess, gamer brain aside, there probably is a factor where the fact that you get the Queen Candy Pop Bud that just lets you freely reassign your Pikmin colors is maybe the real thing that makes it not matter. Well, no, it is still better for the 20 pellets to be going to the reds because you get more red Pikmin than any other type when they're red 20 pellets. My gamer sense never fails me. Even in very frivolous cases, I've found optimization. So I think I probably could have full cleared effectively this area. What? Oh my god. You know what? I'm gonna just take for granted that you get there. Do I have any stragglers? That blue glow is a blue pellet. I think that's probably fine. There we go. See, I knew it would happen. In time. But yeah, I think the one other treasure I can get there is the one from unraveling the bridges that I could have gotten. It looks like everything else needs yellows, so I'm actually not 100% sure how that's gonna work out. So you need 4? I think you need 4 treasures at least to get to Forest Navel. I wasn't paying too much attention, but I don't think I selected the have everything be open at once mode. Maybe I'm forgetting something. Okay, none were left behind. Yeah, I definitely can't do that without bomb rocks, so either way, I kind of assumed. I've been playing so much Archipelago randomizers, which do have a lot of logic built in to not give you unwinnable runs. I guess it would be a good learning experience if this was just actively impossible. I mean, I don't know when the next time I'll be recording is, so I'll probably just end it on this, and my genius fans can tell me if there's a path of progression I'm missing, or maybe I'll just stumble across something today and it won't even be an issue. Anyway, I think I'd like 3 more parts. Let's get like a pretty good chunk of these. I'm gonna turn 9 of them into purples for a solid 20 purples. I think that was 9? Yeah, that was 9. I guess this has effectively inherited the Pikmin² problem of Reds kind of just getting outclassed. Actually worse than Pikmin² because in Pikmin² Reds have the benefit of all the fire-related stuff, whereas... I mean, there's still fire hazards here. I guess I don't know if the fire spouts are gonna be randomized, but I sure haven't seen any yet. Alright, that's pretty good for starters. What am I missing? Did one regrow in the... Ah, yes. Well, that was pretty lucky, considering only 3 died. Whew! Oh. They had one chance and they blew it. It's been a while since I Pikmin2'd something like that. Yeah, so maybe there's like a way to do stuff in a different order, utilizing the early blues that wouldn't have come up. Yeah, let's get them working on this for starters. And then, if this game just lets you softlock yourself, good learning experience. I'll ship it back with... Okay, so this would probably be the way to do it if... Okay. Okay, yeah, but never mind. This should be fine then. That's 3 parts, and I... Actually, dropping down there and getting, like, physical proximity to other parts is all well and good, but I don't know how you would get back to the ship. We'll find out. In the meantime, let's kill some enemies. I don't really care where they go. So I'm guessing that, like, when a bunch of enemies of the same type spawn, that was very bad. That was also very bad. I really hate it when purples die, even though they're not artificially inflated value in this. But yeah, I'm guessing that because normally it's all red bulb orbs out here, that's why it's all lollywogs, because that would be pretty crazy if that was truly RNG and ended up with the same enemy that many times. Yeah, so nothing that way, nothing that way. Oh, did they solve the problem by just having Pikmin 3 bomb rock mechanics? Or actually... Okay, no, I thought 2 of the possibilities were any Pikmin can carry bomb rocks, or you can manually set off bomb rocks, and they put them by the doors to make that not be a soft lock. I'd be a little surprised if that's the situation we're in, but I think it is definitely time to just find out rather than keep speculating. So let's get the reds and purples on the treasure. Whew, those leaf purples are doing what you would expect leaf purples to do. Okay, there's like literally no benefit to... it's a secret safe. Literally no benefit to having purples on that, but whatever. Hey! Aww. Well, this has been a bad run for fans of not having senseless Pikmin death, but what can you say? It's a crazy randomizer, and all the Pikmin deaths have definitely been due to crazy randomization and not me just being a irresponsible steward. A massage machine, or no, not massage machine, what? Electrotherapist? Shock therapist? Oh. Oh, I guess there's normally a bulb orb right there. Heavy as ever for Pikmin. Oh, jeez. Well, I wouldn't be doing a randomizer if I didn't want to be fighting a Snagret with blues. I guess I could get any type up here by just throwing them up the ledge. I might do that for the sake of having purples for combat. And actually purples for collecting that heart. Okay, just chill out there for a second. Come hither, my combat squad. Alright, and hopefully they don't just try to take it down this way. I think Pikmin are bad enough dudes to drop off a ledge. Okay, not much of my combat squad left, but that's fine. I just want to see what... Okay, well there's a treasure. So does the strategy I was using with no issue for the entire 2 playthroughs work? Yes, it sure seems to. Okay, I'll try to remember that. Alright, let's get this feather, because that'll be the litmus for if it's actually possible to get out of here somehow. Yeah, it definitely feels a little different. Micro sheer grubs. Okay, that's a breakable wall. I mean, the problem is, I just don't think I'm gonna find, like, a non-bomb wall that I forgot about. So if they're already going that way, that's like... The only other possibility would be if there's some, like, ledge I forgot about that you would never think to use. Or they could have coded in, like, custom paths or something to that effect too, I guess. Yeah, definitely, like, I would not say it's a problem with the randomizer if some seeds are impossible. That's a valid philosophy to bring to randomizers. Wonder if I could, like, trick the enemy, because I do think those bomb rocks near this wall don't... Maybe they are vanilla and I just never am thinking about the bomb rock tutorial that hard. But they look suspicious, especially with the different sizes. Or, it could just be the enemy size code affecting the bomb rocks because they're coded as enemies, because they have health meters. That's actually probably what it is. That is a hefty snitch bug. It's kind of scary. Yeah, I mean, that's another... I don't think you need yellows to get up there. But... I mean, I guess one thing to consider is, if you bring it to the gate, will that make its waypoint close enough to... That's pretty funny. The other side of the gate? And, like, will it just show up there in the morning? That might be something I have to test, because I don't think anything else is happening there. Alright, the enemy corpses are not to be preserved, but what else? I could go up there. Can I even... Yeah, I don't think I can get out of here, which bodes poorly for my unattended Pikmin. Actually, I think they're all in the ground or around the onion. I think they'll be okay. But yeah, I'm starting to think the only way out here is if the, like, set point for the treasure updates to be on the other side of the wall. So I guess before ending the part, I'll check that just to see if I should be preparing to queue up a new seed. Is there any way to get this, like, closer than it already is? Like, I know there's some manipulation you could do by waiting for their little circle to like reach the closest point and then starting the animation over again. Yeah, on one hand, this is such a fundamental... Oh, well that's how you get out. But yeah, on one hand, this is such a fundamental, like, test of game mechanics. I would see it being plausible that you aren't supposed to break that, but also, like, I don't think that's ever supposed to stump you. I don't think you're ever supposed to make your way over there without figuring out how to break the Bob Rock walls. So we'll find out. We'll find out. And if that doesn't work, I sure don't see any alternative for the landing site. Where was I mean, I guess it was... I was in an unfortunate situation. Stray Pikmin were inevitable. Alright, but let's take a quick peek, and I will just... if... I was gonna say I'll continue the day if that works out, but there wouldn't be too much to do. I mean, okay, I could go get other treasures to try to do the same thing with them. I think I will, in fact. And that... there goes that idea. Alright, yeah, leave a comment if you have troubleshooted this before or have any ideas you think I should try, and otherwise, we'll roll up a new run with, potentially more completable conditions. Thanks for watching!